Well, hello again. I am back with another one. Let's see here. Okay, well, skip the loading screen. No need to play that. That just takes for a little while. So starting off, I have 3 white bears. Make that 4 white bears and 1 Tosal rifleman. I also have 3 Yariki, 2 Yarikachi, and my general. Over here we got Infantry Day Marine and, well, let's say 5 Tiger Force, White Tiger Forces, 2 Yarikachis, and 1 Katanakachi. I believe he has a couple, I think 3 or 4 Yarikis in the forest as well. Let's go ahead and start it off. Let's go ahead and kind of move it forward here. It's going to take a while to get in position. He's going to wrap around the side here and take a hillside. I'm going to move around the left. I'm going to bring my White Bear and Tosal Rifleman into the forest here with my Yariki. Trying to get a forest advantage here with them, keeping them under cover. Thinking that this is going to take place in a battle here, which it kind of doesn't, sadly, but whatever. He's going to move his troops around. He's going to confuse the crap out of me for a little bit here because he just doesn't want to do anything. He just wants to sit back and camp, which is fine. You know, be my guest. Just makes it easier for me to get into a position that's not going to do well for him. He takes his point. I take my point. Using my general, I didn't want to use any of the troops that I had, and I want to make sure I supported all sides. Kept my Yariki back in this forest. Nah, don't need him up here right yet. I'm moving up my Tosal Riflemen in the forest extremely slow, keeping them under cover, making sure they don't, you know, be spotted. I don't want them knowing that they're here. He saw them enter the forest, but he doesn't know where they are. So this is actually a very effective, you know, way to do it. I also turned off the fire at will. I'm going to move my white bears here soon, right next to them. I cautiously, once I get my general back into line here, I cautiously keep these guys moving up forward. I don't want to move them too quickly, even though I got, you know, troops way out here. You know, rather them get overrun, even though it's my Tosal Rifleman, than have my whole line fall. He decides he's going to move his lines into position on the right, maybe try to get a flank on me, which, you know, would have worked if he wouldn't have, you know, if he would have known that I had guys here. Moving into position all around the side of the map here. He's setting up a pretty big line. Not so much of a good idea because on his right side here, he's making his right side pretty vulnerable, I'd say, because he only has 2 lines here, but he does have his infantry. No, he has his 3rd. I don't know why he's got his Yarikachi above him, but okay. But he does have his Infantry Day Marine back here, which is probably smart because he has an angle of attack if I push forward, so he'll get 2 lines of guns pushing. Once I get into a position right about here, I'm going to wait for him now, let him see if he's going to advance. They're in position. So over here, back to his left flank, he doesn't know that these 2 are here. He doesn't even know that my Yarikachi are here. So he's going to move forward. Go ahead and fast forward this a little bit. It's a lot of sitting here and there, but once it starts, it really does start. So he starts to move forward, unknowing to what's going to happen. Now watch this. Down to 127. He shoots back, only drops 2. Then I also have my Tosal Rifleman shooting this line here. This unit just is just dropping and dropping. And look at that, still 148. He's going to charge the Yarikachi, so I tell my white bears to engage them.
The enemy has uncovered the hidden units.
That was probably good as a bullet sponge, so his troops can fire, but he's just shooting into the back of his own guys. Not working too well. His guys retreat. I pull my Yarikachi up as a bullet sponge as well to engage his soldiers. He brings out Katanakachi. Brings him in an odd formation, but he does blow right through my line. Not too good rushing up a spear unit into a sword unit. Oh, that guy just got hammered. So knowing what happened, his three, must make that 3 lines, just came back in retreat. Now, he moves up a Yariki, sorry. I do that all the time. I did not see this. I was concentrating on my right the entire time. I wasn't even paying attention to the battle map, which, what can you say, I screwed up. He brings his Yariki around and hits the general. Did not see this at all. It just took me from surprise. Was not paying attention. I also misplaced my white bears over here, thinking that it'd be good to use a flank. I had to move back though because my Yarikachi did not do too well. At the knowledge of this horse unit attacking my general, I brought in 2 of my Yarikis in to support the general. Thankfully he makes it out, but then I just didn't expect this. 3 more Yariki to come out. I already thought his lines were big enough. He's going to run his Yarikachi into my line. Not so much of a good idea, but it works. He also has his Yarikis breaking into my line. Oh, jeez. That just took out one of my lines like crazy. And then another one. I'm telling my Yarikachi to move forward to try to break his horse, but he already wrecked my lines right there. That wasn't even fun. Once I defeat his cavalry over here that was attacking my general, I tell my Yariki to get in position to help those lines over there.
Battlefield, sir.
But then the white bears are having difficulties over here taking care of the Yarikachi. Not Yarikachi. The Tanakachi. Okay. At that same time, my Tulsa riflemen are completely just wrecking the side of this line right here. Dropped it from 150 already to 92. After this, I pull back one of my lines that's actually still, alive, and then continue to kill their horses. At this time, I tell my horses and Yarikachi to charge into their Yarikachi. I don't need my, I also tell my general to also engage. He lines up his line against my Tulsa riflemen. Not a good idea. They fall into retreat. He also brings in 3 lines over here. Looks like the lines that retreated last time. Not going to work too well because my Tulsa riflemen and my white bear, as well as my cavalry, are going to just wreck them. Back to retreating over here. He moves his lines up and hoping that he's just going to be able to wreck them, which he pretty much did. He has his infantry day marine on the left here, so he's just taking out my Yarikachi as well as his own men at the same time here. Yarikachi just dissipate, they fall back. I line up the 2 lines I have left to help support their rush and stopping. Over here, I lose this line. I lose my Yariki, and as well... Nope, just the Yariki.
Your men are routing, sir.
Now he starts chasing off the horse cavalry. Gives me time to reposition my white bear infantry into line. He's pushing up his line. My Tulsa riflemen are just wrecking his infantry day marine. One step at a small time. He's going to run his Tanakachi. Nope, Yarikachi. Wow. He's going to run them against the small line I have left, and they are going to break.
Attack! Charge! Hold fast! Damn,
okay, they're not going to break. Forgot about that.
Running, sir.
He decides to move his infantry day marine back as he's just getting hammered. He's already down to 91. My lines are faltering because they have much more guns pounding down on here. I reposition my Tulsa riflemen to face these guys and just fire away. This is when they break and retreat. The second they do that, I move my Tulsa riflemen back into position to support my white bears. At this time, the battle, I felt, was pretty much over. I had Tulsa riflemen and 2 wavering white bears. I decided to pull back a little bit more. I needed them to stop shooting at me for a second to get my Tulsa riflemen into position. He did not notice that he had a white tiger force back into the fight yet. another White Tiger force is just retreating. I think those units are pretty much crap compared to my upgraded veterans of the White Bear, but whatever, I'm gonna float his boat. He did have a lot bigger lines than me, even though that doesn't seem to be working for him. His units are dropping here.
General, look! Their allies run!
I repositioned my infantry, my Tulsa rifleman position to engage here. Wow, that line just got wrecked. He's positioning his infantry day marine to try to get a right side flank with his general. Doesn't work too well. I repositioned my guys into the forest, hoping to, as one of them actually retreats, I repositioned the only 2 units I have left into the forest for cover fire. I do not need them falling apart yet. They are my last hope compared to the 4 infantry units they still have left and their general. My Tulsa riflemen get into position and start just hammering down on this unit that he decided to charge with. He used his White Tigers to charge. It was not a good idea. There goes that. So after that, I repositioned my Tulsa riflemen back into a position that can help support my only remaining White Bears. From here, let's watch what happens. Let's go ahead and over here. As my Tulsa riflemen and my White Bears start engaging, my White Bears break. They are just gone. They flee. My last unit is the Tulsa riflemen against an infantry day marine and 2 other units. Okay, one of their units is just broken. White Tiger force is gone. And I guess it has capped one of his horses on his general unit. There goes the general. Run off the side, and he's gone. Last up, the infantry day marine and his other Tiger force. They're going to go ahead and do the Tulsa shuffle. They're going to just dance around here for a minute while we're getting shot. That gotta hurt. At this point, they just keep doing the Tulsa shuffle, realigning.
Victory is close,
They retreat.
sir.
All units have surrendered. My Tulsa riflemen are just giving them what they deserve best. So that would be the end of that one. It started off good. It started getting grim. It looked like I was about to get overrun and just wiped out. And that's what started to happen on my left line. As you can tell, there's more dead white bodies there than there is anything else. But in the end, I came through, used the force to my advantage, wiped out his pretty elite unit right there compared to Tulsa Riflemen. I'll show you the unit stats because the Tulsa Riflemen definitely had the better everything. They got the most kills overall. No kidding. So thanks for coming back to watching my second video. Stats are coming up right now. I will continue to do commentaries as long as, you know, you guys enjoy them. No point in doing them if no one enjoys them. So here's the stats. Tulsa Riflemen 362. Ow. They did get promoted. It said they didn't, but they really did. Next up were my 3 White Bears. They did good. I have their accuracy and their reload skill pumped up with their ranks. Then my Yariki and the Yarikachi. Coming down to them, their Katanakachi did the best. Their Infantry Day Marine, I believe he used those just wrong altogether. The way he set them up, just nothing. So he only got a very limited amount of kills with the Infantry Day Marine, even though he could have gotten so many more. And that'll be the end of this, so thank you for watching.